Okay, it's Mr. Herman back with another video. It's Thursday's lesson today, 4/30/20. It is April 30th. We're going to be talking about specifically interior and exterior angles. Sorry, it's kind of early when I'm recording this. It's pretty early in the morning. Of triangles and how to find those angles when they're missing and how to solve for missing variables. We have quite a few examples on this page, and then the next page after we have a couple we'll do too. And remember, these notes are available for you to print out and follow along with on the video in the Google Classroom area where you can download them and print them. First, we'll start by just talking about the basics of what this looks like. So maybe we should just review here real quick how this works. Maybe I'll just do a quick drawing on top here that looks kind of like this one. So here's a triangle with the leg sticking out of it there, right? One of the legs is extended. And this one, and this one, and this one, those angles are called interior angles, right? They're interior angles because they're inside the triangle. And we know the sum of those equals 180 degrees based on yesterday's lesson, which is the triangle sum theorem. Anytime I extend a side, I get a new angle outside. This angle here is an exterior angle. It's on the outside of the triangle when the leg extends. Any leg that extends gets one of those. So this is exterior here, and this is an exterior one here. So they're all around the outside. The trick of what we're doing today is kind of a neat process. And I always say that in class too when I teach it, so I'm not going to change that. It's kind of a cool thing. When you look at this here, here's the same drawing again now. It wouldn't be too hard to find this because we know that these three equal 180, don't they? So I would take 60 plus 40 and do 180 minus 60 plus 40 is 100. That gives me 80 degrees. So I know this one's 80. Okay? Once I know that, based on the first day's lesson we had, this is a straight line, which means this whole angle is 180. So I do 180 minus 80, and I get 100. So y is equal to 100 degrees. Now, there's probably some of you that are kind of clever or sharp here and pick something up. And I hope you did. That is that the 100 here equals the 100 there. And that's not a coincidence. Okay, so we have an exterior angle here. This exterior angle here, we'll kind of go make it a little bit bigger now. I'll kind of shade it in. This exterior angle is equal, and it's always equal to the non-adjacent, this is adjacent, it's next to, two interior angles. So these two. These two interior angles have a name. They're called remote interior angles. So if I want to find this outside one, I just add these two together. That's kind of how it works. But I do know for a fact that 60 plus 40 equals 100. That's the key. Now let's try the next one. In this next one, we have a situation that's similar, but we have variables this time. So there's the adjacent angle. These two are the remote interior angles. So if I add these two together, they give me this exterior angle. So I can say 2x plus 40 equals, oops, I should have done underneath, I'm sorry. 2x plus 40 equals 3x. And then I can subtract from both sides 2x. I'm choosing 2x because, first of all, to isolate the variables on the right side, you get it kind of by itself, but also it's smaller. Keep that in mind. So I get 40 equals x. Well, that's it. My answer is 40. Keep in mind that 40 is not a number of degrees. It's just a variable. A few people actually, 3 or 4 people asked about that. So just so we know, that's just a variable. It's not an equals, not a degree. All right, let's try this next one now. This next one says these two here, those are remote interior angles. So those two combined equal what? I'll wait for you to answer. That's right, they equal 2x. So we can take 30 plus 70 equals 2x. In this case, it's just 100, right? So 100 equals 2x. Then divide both sides by 2 to cancel the 2 out, and we get 50. X equals 50. Kind of makes sense? I kind of like these. They're kind of fun. All right, let's do one more on this page, and we'll do a couple on the other page, and then we'll have you start working on your homework. All right, we got here. We got, again, look at remote interior angles, and that's not it. So these two together equal this one. So x plus 2 on E, I almost said 2, sorry, equals 120. So 2x plus 20 equals 120. Subtract 20 from both sides. Make sure I can keep it all in the picture there. And I get 2x equals 100. Well, look at that. We got another one that equals 50. So x equals, kind of squeeze it in right here, x equals 50. So there's our final answer there. Let's go to the next page, and we'll do a couple of these also, and then we'll be done. Let you start your homework. How about we try the first one on the top of this next page? It's a little different, but not much different. This time, instead of not giving us the outside, it gives us one of the insides. So the remote interior are these two. Those two together equals this. So you could do this minus this equals that, or just say x. So same thing, x plus 50 equals 120, and then subtract 50 from both sides. Really, it's the exact same thing as taking 120 minus 50 equals 70. It's just a different way of wording it and looking at it. Let's see if I can find one that's a little more challenging on here. This one here is similar to that one. Again, these two combined, these two remote interior equal that one. So I'll say x for the question mark plus 45 equals 140. And then we'll subtract 45 from both sides. Again, you could have just done 140 minus 45. X equals 95. Why don't we do this challenge one since we got some time? This is a good one to do on the bottom. I like doing this one in classes. It promotes discussion, makes you kind of think a little bit more. So let's do this one. So it wants us to find x and y here, which is a little bit tricky, but not too bad. We can't find y first. There's no way because you got two variables. In other words, you know that basically 3x equals y. That doesn't help you much at all. But I can take these, 2x plus x plus x. Well, that's 4x. 4x equals what? Come on, somebody's got to know. 4x equals the sum of the angles in the triangle, 180. So we divide by 4. That's going to be 90, 45. So x equals 45. That's the x. Now you can do a couple different things. You can just take 2 times x plus x, which is 3x, combining these two, right? Take 3 times x, and that'll give you this outside one here. You could do it that way. So 3 times 45, that's 135. So that's equal to y. You could also just do 180 minus the 45. It's the same thing. They give you the exact same answer. All right, well, it was great hanging out with you and teaching again. Please let me know what you have questions on. Some of you have been asking questions quite regularly, and that's wonderful, so keep that up. And good luck on everything. The quiz has got a few more questions than normal, but some of them are kind of easier, just like identify what type of angles these are. You know, are they alternate interior, alternate exterior, corresponding or vertical? So they're not going to be any math on a couple of them, but most of them do have. But it's about 7 questions long, which is a little bit more than normal. But again, it's not that hard. So, all right, you have a good weekend, and a good luck on your test on quiz on Friday. Bye-bye.